Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to play my fingerstyle arrangement of I See You by Leona Lewis, which is the theme from Avatar. So I've done a fingerstyle arrangement of it. If you want to see the full playthrough, check out my separate video. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. In this video I'm going to teach you that, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, and I'd love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. This would sound nice on an acoustic guitar or classical guitar or even an electric guitar as well. Okay, so the first line sounds like this. So to play that bar one, we're going to play G6 and D8 at the same time, and then B4 and G5, and then B8 and G8. So the first two bars go. 2, 3, 4. Bars 3 and 4 we've got. So to play that, put my first finger barred across all the strings at the 6th fret and playing E6 nearest to your face and E6 and B6 at the same time. Then G8, B6, and then play the G6. I'm just using my first finger flat across that, so you got. And then play E4 and B4 at the same time. So you got. Then G5, I'm using my little finger. Then first finger's barring at the 2nd fret and play E2 in the next bar. Don't play the note in the bracket, that's just held on. So you play the E2, the B2, and then D4. So from that 5 you've got. So that phrase from bar 3 you've got. And then carrying on. We've got which is the D4 and then E6 and B6 like we did in bar 3, and then G8, B6, G6, B4 with the E4, then G6, back to B4, G6, so bar 5, including that little pickup note, goes. And then into the next bar, bar 6, we play D4 and G6 at the same time, and then E6, then E4, and then E7. So from the 4 just before bar 5 goes. On to the next line, and we've got. So to play that, we're going into bar 7, A4 and B6 at the same time, then B4, B6, then E4, so you got. Then E4 with the B4, G6, back to B4, so bar 7. And then play E2 with fret 5 on the G string at the same time. Then B4, B2, then D4, so it goes. Then another D4 at the end of that bar, going into D4 and A6 at the same time, D6, D8, and then D6 with A8, and then we've got D8 to G5 into the next bar. Bar 10, you see it says 6/4 on it at the beginning of the bar in the notation, because there's like an extra 2 beats in this bar, so it's like 6 beats in the bar. So you play G3 and D4 at the same time, then G5, E4, keep that E4 on, play G6 and then G5. So the whole line slowly goes. 3, 4. Then on to the next line, we've got the chorus. So to play that bit, E6 and G6 at the same time, and then E4 and B4 at the same time, A6 and B8, B9, B8, then E6 with B6 at the same time, and then quickly on to G8, back to the B6. So bars 11 and 12 go. Bar 13 starts the same as the beginning of the line, so E6 and G6, then E4 and B4, and then there's a B6 into the next bar. This is another bar of 6, 4. So we play A6 with B8, B9, E6, then B8, B6, straight to G8, and then B6. And then there's a random B10 at the end of the line. So bars 13 and 14 go. On to the next line, we've got so those first 2 bars go A10 and B11, then B11, B13, B11, B10 with A8 in the bass, B11, B10, and then B8 with E8 nearest to your face, G10, B8, and then B8 and B10. So the first 2 bars of that line go. And then next bar, we've got A10 and B11, B13, B11, A8 with B10, B11, B10, so bar 17. And then 18 and 19 go. So you play so beginning of bar 18, A6 and B8, then B6 with E6, back to the B8 with A8, then E6 with B6, A6 and B8, B9, then back to B8. So bars 18 and 19 go. And then we get, which is E6 with B6, G8, G6, G8, and then B6. So, and then there's a G8 on the end of that line. So that's the end of like the chorus, those 2 lines. And then we go on to the next line, another verse, second verse. We've got. So E6 with B6 at the same time, then G8, B6, G6, and then as E4 with B4 at the same time, then another B4, then E4, so bar 21 goes. And then bar 22 goes, which is E2, then E4 nearest to the floor, E2, E2, E1, and then B4. So the first two bars go. And then we've got a G8 into the next bar, and we've got so G8 going into bar 23, and we've got E6 and B6, G8, B6, G6, and then E4 and B4 at the same time, G6, B4, G6, and then big stretch. I struggle to do this. I'll give you another option in a second. So you can play E2 and G6 at the same time, and then hit an E6. But if you struggle to do that, just play, instead of the E2, play a D4. I was going to write that, but I thought, oh, it sounds quite nice, putting that low bass note in. And then E4, E2. So hopefully that makes sense, that line. And then the last line that we need to learn goes. So it starts off A4 with B6, B4, B6, E4, and then A3 with B4, E1 nearest to the floor, and then B2, so you've got, then E2, B4, B2, and then D4. Another D4 going into bar 27, and we've got so bar 27 playing D4 with A6, D6, D8, D6 with an A8 at the same time, then D8, G5, so bar 27 got, and then bar 28, play A9 and the D8, and then G8, A11, D11, and then D10. So bars 27 and 28 go. And then I just played the chorus again, the two lines of the chorus in my arrangement, and that's the whole thing. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little video. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help the channel, as does giving the video a like, and the more comments the better. So if you just want to say hi, just say hi. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off of this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.